Welcome to a software demonstration brought to you by QPSMR Limited, suppliers of the QPSMR software suite for market research and analysis. In this demonstration, we are going to use the QPSMR companion software to add respondent target weights to a data file so that our tables can be weighted. Weighting is normally used to rebalance analysis, allowing you to match known population sizes, remove the effects of over or undersampling for a section of respondents, compensate for failure to achieve exact quotas, or to equalize demographics for repeated or continuous surveys.
Today we will weight an existing data file using percentage targets provided by our client in the form of an Excel file. As you can see, this asks us to weight the male and female respondents to each be 50% of the sample and the age groups to the percentages shown. During this demonstration we will open an existing project and create a question to store the weights that are generated, set the percentage weighting targets from the supplied Excel file, save the weighting file itself so it can be reused as required, for example in future waves of the same project, and weight and save the data file and also save the summary report of the weighting done. Firstly, we open the existing questionnaire QDF file, and from the main window we select Data, Weight Data File, Browse, and choose the data file we wish to weight. To create the entry to store the weights, from the Weight Data window we select Targets, Question to store weights, then Create New. Notice a new entry called Weight is made. We then close using the cross, and at the confirmation message saying the record length will be extended, we click Yes. Then, to save this change to our questionnaire, from the bottom of the main window behind the Weight Data screen, we click the Save Changes icon. Now to set the weighting targets, from the Weight Data window we select Targets, Target Set. For demonstration purposes, we will enter the gender targets manually, then copy and paste the age targets from the Excel file. So we select Entries, add an entry to the list, and choose Gender, followed by OK. Next we select Response 1 Male, click the Target and Percentage radio buttons, and type 50 in the percentage box. We then click our Response 2 Female and click Target, and as the percentage radio button is already highlighted, type 50 in the percentage box. When weighting, it is important that the targets total 100%. To check this, we can highlight both gender responses and ensure that the total at the bottom of the screen is 100%. Next, to include the age group targets, we select Entries, add an entry to the list, choose Age, and select OK. To copy the target percentages from the Excel file, we switch to it, and as the response texts are identical to those in our age entry, and as the cells containing the targets are already formatted as percentages, we can simply copy the 4 cells containing the targets required. We then switch back to QPSMR, highlight the 4 age responses and select Targets, Paste. The percentages are pasted and we can check that the total equals 100%. As all of the targets are now included, we click OK. Now to save the weighting file, we select Targets, Save to Weighting File, name the file and save. A weighting XML file containing the target set will be generated and can be reused as required. Now to weight the data. Select Calculate, prepare and check data, then calculate weights, and QPSMR Companion will calculate the weighting needed for each respondent. At the message, weights have been calculated to the required precision. Select OK. Next, we will save the weighting summary report by selecting Reports, Summary, View Summary, then OK, and File, Save As. We will call the summary Chocolate Weighting Summary and save and close. A CSV file containing the weighting summary, including the effective sample size, will be generated. We recommend that the summary report is checked by whoever devised the weighting scheme, so they can ensure that any loss of data due to the weighting effects is reasonable. Finally, we save the weighted data. From the Weight Data window, we select Data, Save As. We name the weighted data file, then select Save. The number of saved records is displayed, and as we now have a weighted data file, we can close. To see the weighting in action, we can use Data Drill Down. Using the toolbar icon, we browse to open our weighted data file, and then select the age and gender entries and drag them to the table rows. Next, we use the toolbar to select vertical percentages, and under Global Settings, ask to see the percentages to 2 decimal places. By doing this, it would be possible to check that the percentages match exactly those specified in the original Excel target file. Also, because the word unweighted is currently split across 2 lines, we will increase the column label width from 9 to 10, and then we select OK. Notice that unweighted information and effective sample size is shown. We can choose to remove the figures from our tables and move up and down them using the toolbar icons. Weighting can be included or not, and entries can be used as the table columns. The tables can be prepared and viewed in Excel as required.
If you are interested in finding out more, a detailed document which explains how QPSMR Companion can be used for rim and matrix weighting may be downloaded from our website www.qpsmr.co.uk, along with example files. From the Toolbox drop-down menu, select QPSMR Companion Weighting and use the icon at the bottom of the page. If you would like more details about the products and services available from QPSMR Limited, please visit our website www.qpsmr.co.uk.